Have you ever built a house of cards? Each piece needs to balance perfectly, but the slightest nudge can send it all crashing down. In 1914, Europe was that house of cards, fragile, interconnected, and just waiting for a single event to bring it all down. In this video, we'll explore how an assassination sparked World War I, the key alliances and rivalries that shaped Europe, and the devastating trench warfare that defined the conflict. Stick around to understand the isms, nationalism, imperialism, and militarism that pushed Europe toward war. Imagine a Europe where long-standing grudges simmered beneath the surface. Countries had been quietly building up their armies, expanding their empires, and forging alliances. By 1914, the stage was set for conflict. But what would it take to tip this precarious balance? That's the question we'll answer. You'll learn why the assassination of one man in Sarajevo turned into a global catastrophe. At the heart of the outbreak was a web of treaties and alliances. In 1914, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated, this web unraveled. Treaties meant to ensure peace instead pulled nations into war. Germany, Austria, Hungary, Great Britain, France, Russia, and later the United States. Nearly every major power became entangled in what we now call World War I. Let's rewind to the Franco-Prussian War in 1870. Germany's victory left France bitter, especially after losing Alsace and Lorraine. Over decades, France rebuilt its military and formed alliances with Russia and Britain, all aimed at countering Germany. Meanwhile, Germany formed its own alliances with Austria-Hungary and the Ottoman Empire. These alliances turned Europe into a ticking time bomb, waiting for a spark. Three cultural attitudes fueled the conflict. Nationalism. Pride in one's nation often clashed with ethnic identities. Imperialism. Countries like Britain, France, and Germany competed for colonies and resources. Militarism. An arms race meant countries were ready and almost eager for war. Example: Germany, with its powerful military, and Britain, with its dominant navy, saw each other as direct threats. The spark came on June 28, 1914, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated by Gavrilo Princip, a Serbian nationalist. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia and made harsh demands. Russia backed Serbia. Germany backed Austria-Hungary. Within weeks, Europe was at war. Three cultural attitudes fueled the conflict. One declaration of war led to another. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Russia mobilized to protect Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia and France. Germany's invasion of Belgium brought Britain into the war. By the end of 1914, Europe was divided into two major alliances: Central Powers, Germany, Austria, Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. Allies, Great Britain, France, Russia, and later Italy and the US. Trench warfare became the defining feature of World War I. Soldiers lived and fought in trenches filled with mud, disease, and danger. The space between enemy trenches, known as no man's land, was a deadly expanse of bomb craters and barbed wire. Primary source: as British Lieutenant William Turnbull described, life in the trenches was brutal. Soldiers spent nights digging for cover while facing constant sniper fire. Germany's strategy, the Schlieffen Plan, aimed to quickly defeat France before turning to Russia. But the plan failed. French and British forces stopped Germany before reaching Paris, forcing Germany into a prolonged war on two fronts. The war quickly expanded beyond Europe. Colonies contributed troops and resources. By 1917, even the United States entered the war, tilting the balance of power. This truly became a global conflict. Visual. Flags of the Allied and Central Powers symbolized how interconnected the world had become. World War I wasn't just caused by one event. Alliances, nationalism, imperialism, and militarism created the conditions for a global disaster. The assassination of Franz Ferdinand was merely the spark that ignited the powder keg. Let's reflect. What made Europe in 1914 a house of cards? How did the isms shape the conflict? How did trench warfare change the way wars were fought? Please leave your comments below. Also, if you want to view any key events in U.S. history, please leave me your suggestion in the comments below. I will try to create the video to help you on your quest to become knowledgeable about U.S. history. If you got a lot of value out of this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and the bell so you won't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.